Well, it's time for a full restart of the first DD2 and DD2 Masters final here in Germany. So after a accident that caused problems for Dionysius Livris, who went on the he was pushed to the inside of turn 2. But your grid is as follows. It's Ville Villainen from Johan Andersson, Piotr Wisnicki and Jakob Bezel on row 2, Jan Schwitter, Matthias Lund row 3, Max Fleischmann, Ragnar Virus row 4. And where Dionysius Livris would be, there probably will be an empty spot, which would have been 9th place. Alongside would be Martin Henkel Mortensen. Yes, Dionysius Livris not taking part in this race. He has walked away from the accident ahead of Tommy Helfinger, William van der Kaj, Marcel Steinert, Roberto Pajewski, Leonardo Gremiger, Christoph Adams, Daniel Mahacek, Jan Malacek, Patrick Weinstock, Manuel Tenschert, Moransky, Sitignola, Becker, Rauer, Bayer, De Ruhr, Fodor and Oberheuter. So we had a multi-cart incident at turns 1 and 2, but it's now to get a full restart underway here for the first final for DD2 and DD2 Masters. Red lights are on the starting gantry as we now enter the final phase of the rolling start procedure as they come round turn 14 here at the Pro Kart Raceland Circuit in Wackersdorf in Bavaria. Being told to slow down, the Rotax engines rev into life, and we go into turn 1. Villainen gets the whole shot, a lot cleaner restart this time around, and it's 3 abreast going into turn 3. And there's drivers trying to go around the outside at turn 4. That's incredible commitment by some of the drivers. Villainen still hits the front. Wisnicki, Schwitter now in 3rd place ahead of Andersson, Bezel, Fleischmann, who's now up into 6th place. Top DD2 Masters driver at the minute is Tommy Helfinger in the 506, currently 10th at the moment. Meanwhile, Christoph Adams is ahead of rival Manuel Tenschert in terms of the running order. These two are separated by 5 points coming into this round, and the first final will see whether one will extend the gap over the other. Henkel Mortensen's up into 9th at the moment. So leaders come through. Ville Villainen just nearly a 10th and a half ahead of Piotr Wisnicki, Jan Schwitter, who started from 5th, now up into 3rd place. So the Swiss driver really making some great work here in Wackersdorf. And just behind is the charging Maxi Fleischmann. He's up into 4th place already. That's really, really going to help his championship hopes in terms of making sure that he's got distance between himself and Mahacek, who's now down in 13th position at the minute, which gives him 3 points. So it puts Max Fleischmann cumulatively at the moment on 107. Martin Henkel Mortensen at the moment is currently running in 7th position. That will give the Dane 9 points. Puts him on 135. So pretty much after this he knows that that is secure. So if he keeps staying where he is, keeps it clean, and makes sure that no one passes him. But if he gets a few more places in the meantime, all the better for him. He's cool as a cucumber. We've spoken to him, myself and Oliver, over the past 6 months, and I'll tell you what, he is definitely a cool character, and he's a welcome addition, and he's been having flawless performances, obviously having that great battle between himself and Daniel Mahacek back in Austria nearly 2 months ago. As the leaders come through, Villainen still leads, Wisnicki in 2nd, Schwitter 3rd place. Fleischmann is closing, and the fastest lap of the race, well, no surprise at all. Martin Henkel Mortensen is closing on good compatriot and countryman Matthias Lund in the 408. So expect Henkel Mortensen to take another point very, very shortly. And it looks like the change has happened. So Martin Henkel Mortensen now is on 10 points as a result of taking 6th place from Matthias Lund. As we've got the oh well, there's definitely some changes happening up and down the order. There's someone pulling off to the left. One of the drivers, could that be Johan Andersson? Johan Andersson, I believe. No, he isn't. He's circulating. No. Where is Max Fleischmann? Where is Max Fleischmann? Fleischmann now has pulled off on the exit of turn 7, and he's having a look underneath the cart to see what's happened. That's disaster for the number 404 here on home soil. Was looking really good, was running as high as 4th position, and that has changed things quite considerably, because now that means that Martin Henkel Mortensen goes up into 5th position. Mahacek at the moment is now in 9th place, which puts him on 71 points. As a disconsolate Maxi Fleischmann now walks to the inside of turns 7, 8 and 9. The German's run coming to a quick end here in DD2 final number 1. But let's have a look at the DD2 Masters at the moment. Well, in first place it's Pajewski in 10th, Helfinger 13th, Greminger in 16th, Moransky is ahead of Manuel Tenschert. So Pajewski first, Helfinger second, Greminger third, Moransky is now currently 4th, which puts him on 13 points. Then it's Manuel Tenschert, which puts him on 11th. And then you've got Christoph Adams not that far behind. Oh, it gets ever closer at the moment. It's just 4 points. So Manuel Tenschert needs to make up to get past Moransky. Well, when you think about it, the top 3 cumulatively in real terms is it's 120 points to Christoph Adams, 116 points to Manuel Tenschert, and Slavomir Moransky will be now on 105 points if it finishes right now, but we still have over 9 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. So Mahacek now up into 8th place. That puts the Austrian on in 8th place, which puts him on 8 points. So he's now on 70 points, so he's 24 points behind Max Fleischmann. And if Fleischmann has a better running in final number 2, he will take 2nd place in that second golden ticket to Brazil. But meanwhile, at the front of the field, Jan Schwitter from Switzerland has now taken 2nd place. Well, actually, it's a big change at the top of the field. Villelainen now in 3rd position. So Villelainen is now on, currently as it stands, the Finn would be on 68 points and just 2 points behind Daniel Mahacek. So the Finn's still helping his odds, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to do anything better. Meanwhile, at the end of it all, Martin Henkel Mortensen's now in 4th place. That puts him on a cumulative total of 139. And that puts him at a lead of an unassailable 45 points at this moment. 7 minutes 38 to go. So 139. You take 94 away from that, you get 45. That's the distance in terms of points accrued over the year. And Martin Henkel Mortensen will win the title by. He just needs to sit where he is. But you know what? Ollie's standing by. I think he's going to nod in agreement. Henkel Mortensen wants blood. He wants fire. He wants water. And he's going for 3rd, and he takes it unceremoniously there. So that's even more points for the Dane. That puts him on 16, 142 points. That's I knew that was going to be the case. I thought he's going to put heat number 3 yesterday behind him, and now he is in 3rd place. And with the pace he's showing, his best lap out of anybody, I thought we were going to be quick in qualifying yesterday. I'm just going to have a look at the qualifying times from yesterday for DD2. So let's have a look. Well, Martin Henkel Mortensen's time was a 48.7, but that's the fastest lap, I think, of any heat so far this weekend. 6 minutes 30 plus an additional lap. He's going for Schwitter, and he takes him. That's great. Two places in 2 laps. That's just absolutely coolness personified by Martin Henkel Mortensen, who's now up into 2nd position. He started down in 10th place when we went racing over 8 minutes ago, and he's now got Piotr Wisnicki in front of him. Wisnicki currently on 25 points, puts him to 75 ahead of Ville Villelainen, who's now dropped to 4th place. But Mahacek is also making some inroads. He's taken up another point. So in the battle for 3rd place in the standings, it is between Wisnicki, Villelainen and Mahacek, with Wisnicki leading the trio in terms of the real-time championship point score I'm going to give at the moment. But Adams has got past 10 shirt. Adams has got past 10 shirt in terms of the DD2. So Moransky now currently leads is second in the DD2 Masters class, puts the pole on 20 points. So I'm just working this out at the moment. Gremiger is third, which puts Helfinger fourth. Adams is in fifth place. That puts him on 11 points. And Manuel Tenchert is behind the Belgian, which puts him a further point adrift. Puts the gap between first and second in DD2 Masters to 6 points. 121 currently to Christoph Adams and 115 to Manuel Tenchert, with Moransky quite literally. Well, Martin Henkel-Mortens is going past, flying past Piotr Wisnicki. Good spot, Oliver, and he takes the lead of the race. Brilliant job, brilliant job. What we've come to expect from the man that won the Danish Championship in 2014, a German Championship last year, and he is on the verge of, just with one final remaining in 2018, he's on course to absolutely smash the competition to one side with a 52-point margin. So we still have 4 minutes 18 to go here at Wackersdorf in Bavaria in the penultimate final for the DD2 and the DD2 Masters class. And I tell you what, there's going to be one heck of a celebration, I think, not just with Martin Henkel-Mortensen in just a few minutes' time, but also the guys at RS Competition who've supported the Dane throughout the 2018 racing season, and it's paid dividends. Wisnicki still keeping in touch, though. So Wisnicki now goes on to 20 points in this race. So where's Daniel Mahacek at the moment? He's still 7th. But he's a 10th behind Matthias Lund. But I'm just going to see how... No, I don't think so. Hang on. No, Mahacek and Lund, I think, have got past one of the other competitors. Looks to be Basel, so that's going to add another point to the Austrian tally. So let's see as the leaders come across the start-finish line. Martin Henkel-Mortensen continues to lead with 3 minutes and 10 on the clock to go and extends the gap between himself and Wisnicki. Yes, so Mahacek has made it up to 6th place and is going along with Matthias Lund. But when is the Austrian going to strike to see if he can get another point on the board? He's got to try and make as much indent into the gap between himself and Maxi Fleischmann, which now stands at 22 points. And if he gets into 5th place, that's going to put him on 11 points in this race, which puts him on 73. That's not that far away, just 21 points that would make it off of Maxi Fleischmann. And Matthias Lund and Daniel Mahacek are battling away, and right behind them is Ville Villainen as Matthias Lund is sternly defending off the Austrian going through turn 14, as Villainen is getting a double toe from the pair in front. And watch out behind, they've got Jan Malacek in the 415 with them as well. And Mahacek has been pretty good going into turn 4. Villileinen's also been a bit racy coming into that corner. This is the battle that we do want to see. Meanwhile, at the front, Martin Henkel-Mortensen extends the gap to Piotr Wisnicki by over 0.8 of a second. Jan Schwitter from Switzerland is coming under increased pressure from Basel in the 437. So Jakob Basel doing an absolutely brilliant job trying to keep the Swiss driver very, very honest. Meanwhile, Matthias Lund is still ahead of Daniel Mahacek for 5th as we speak. But behind them we've got Malacek, and it looks like Villainen has actually lost to the 414 in that particular lap as leaders come across the start-finish line. Henkel-Mortensen pumping in the fast laps, 49.466 from the Dane. With 1.5 minutes to go, we're now on to, I think that's probably going to be around lap 14 of this race here at Wackersdorf, as Wisnicki has no answer. So Mahacek still fighting with elbows out alongside Matthias Lund from Denmark for 5th place. The Austrian still needs to make some inroads, but time is fast ticking away. 60 seconds on the clock, plus 1 additional lap to go here in Wackersdorf for the first DD2 final and DD2 Masters final of the day. Well, there's been a change. There's been a massive change in DD2 Masters as I say that, because Manuel Tenchert is now ahead of Christoph Adams. So So Pajewski is in first, Moransky is in second, Greminger, Helfinger and Tenshirt. But Christoph Adams has dropped off the radar. He is all the way down in 26th position, which by my estimation that puts him 10th. That puts him in 10th position, which means that Christoph Adams is only 1 point ahead of Manuel Tenshirt going into the final race of the season. Final lap beckons for Martin Henkel Mortensen from Denmark in the 4:24, representing RS competition. Wisnicki second. Well, watch out, there's a battle royale going on behind. As it looks like, well, I think as Daniel Mahacek got past, I think he's up into 4th place. That he is, and has gone with him Jan Malacek as well. So that means that Daniel Mahacek now up into 4th place, which puts him on 75 points. Vili Villainen in the meantime has dropped down into 8th place, which gives him 8 points. But we have just 2 corners remaining in DD2 and DD2 Masters final number 1 here at Wackersdorf. And round the final couple of corners comes the 2018 DD2 champion Martin Henkel Mortensen, raises the finger in style. What a win by the Dane, securing his 2018 Rotax Max Euro Trophy DD2 title here. Piotr Wisnicki takes second in the race, ahead of Peter Bezel. Jan Schwitter, the Swiss, did a fantastic job being in the top 3, ending up 4th ahead of Austria's Daniel Mahacek, who has put some inroads between himself and the retiring Maxi Fleischmann. Fleischmann now on 94 points. Daniel Mahacek goes into the final with an outside shot of overtaking the German for second in the standings. If he takes a win, but then in the Masters division, it's going to be very, very exciting indeed. We just have, well, thank you, Victor, because no, Moransky was actually second. Yeah, so Martin Henkel Mortensen signs off his 2018 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season in style here at the first final of the day. Piotr Wisnicki finishes in first ahead of Peter Bezel, Jan Schwitter, Daniel Mahacek, Jan Malacek, Matthias Lund, Vili Villainen, Zenderu recovering all the way to 9th place. Oh, well, I've just been informed there is a 3-second penalty. So the dynamic of the DD2 Masters Championship changes once again, because Slavomir Moransky, as a result of Helfinger taking a 3-second penalty, now takes the lead by... Yep, so it's 117, Slavomir Moransky, Christoph Adams on 116, and Manuel Tenshirt now ties him on points. Oh, it's going to be a barnstormer in DD2 Masters later on this afternoon. But what a way to kick our last finals day of the season here, with Henkel Mortens winning ahead of Wisnicki, Bezel, Schwitter, Mahacek, Malacek, Villainen, Deru, Anderson and Steiner rounding out the top 10 in DD2, with Slavomir Moransky regaining the championship lead by just 1 point ahead of Manuel Tenshirt, who finished 16th, and Christoph Adams, who now was 26th and the last classified driver. That's it for us for the moment. We go to our lunch break, and hopefully we'll be back just before 12:30 or around about that time. We'll keep you updated on the updated timetables. We have some unforeseen delays, but we'll be back on the live stream very, very shortly.